What's up, got my Queens of Chaos? It's your king, and I've been about to be X-Turp with another Final Fantasy 15 theory, and this will be within the chapter until they can make DLC for the patch. The patch of chapter 14 during Noctis' 10 years. Events will have changed 10 years, in the 10 years when Ardyn was ruling Insomnia as the savior. Now, why would Ardyn be labeled a savior? Considering he's one of the higher up, why would Ardyn Azunia be labeled as one of the? Everybody, this is brought to you by Urch Cheese Balls. Grab yourself some at Walmart. They're delicious and they're a classic snack. Alright. Back to the topic video at hand. But why would Ardyn Azunia, Chancellor of Niflheim, why would the Chancellor of Niflheim, Ardyn Azunia, be hailed as a savior? And how could he be hailed as a savior since he's actually the Chancellor of Niflheim, the Imperial Chancellor of Niflheim, the higher-ups of one of the Niflheim Empire? Well, I'm going to tell you how this is. Within the 10 years, Noctis has defeated the Niflheim Empire. Except for the fact is, Theroy is still alive because the Star Scourge. Remember, the Star Scourge affects Theroy as well. The only reason why Ravus actually died because he was a made MT. He didn't start out turning himself to full demon. Ravus was only half, considering the experiments that Ardyn did to him in that one battle. But Ideolas was part of the Star Scourge. Now, this will go back into my theory Patient Zero of the Star Scourge, Ideolas Outer Cap. It is the one that has the funny thumbnail of younger Ideolas, which I don't know why that was a good idea. Even I'm laughing, but no, go check that out. It will actually explain this a whole lot. This will actually go into this theory. Now, to begin with, what he would do during the 10 years, would actually change things drastically. But how would that change drastically? He would quit the Niflheim Empire. After Noctis was stuck in the crystal for 10 years, he quit the Niflheim Empire. Theroy is still alive, or, demon form Ideolas is still alive. Now, Ideolas will rise up to figure out everything Ardyn did that manipulated him and used him. Not only Ardyn took over the Niflheim Empire when Ideolas went crazy, but he also took the crystal for himself and put it back in Insomnia. Ideolas would be very pissed off and upset about this. And Ardyn, assuming Ideolas died in the battle with Noctis, but didn't know the Star Scourge forgot that the Star Scourge affected Ideolas. Ideolas in the form of Theroy would chase. Now, the reason I say he's still alive after the battle of Noctis. After you defeat Ravus, he was actually one of the demons you see when Gladiolus and Ignis and Promptor are fighting while you try to go get the crystal. Okay. So Ideolas is alive, even though in 10 years, and he could have been the demon that actually got Noctis put in prison, Then after he locked Noctis up in prison to interrogate later, Ideolas would go up to Insomnia and get mad at Ardyn, and go like, "What the fuck is this shit? You sitting here betraying me? You sitting here betraying me and doing all these underhanded things I asked you not to do. You took the crystal and put it in Insomnia? No, it's punishable by death." So what would happen? I just wanted to be a little funny right there, just that little character. But Ideolas would get mad and rise up after defeating Noctis and put him into prison after the 10 years. Because Ideolas is still kind of immortal as long as the Star Scourge is up. Ravus is still dead, so, Ravus is not going to come back and be a big hero, of course. and we knew that. But it don't matter. Noctis got the King's Sword from Raven, so that's all that matters. So that's all that matters. Now, Ideolas wouldn't be able to touch the ring or the sword. And of course, he'd probably figure that out, try and take the ring for himself, and it'd probably hurt him a little bit. I mean, no, not Revis. Ideolas would take the ring off of Noctis, and it would hurt him. Now, after Noctis has been defeated, he's going to interrogate Noctis after he defeats Ardyn. So he's like, you know, why don't you just, you know, chill out in jail, you know, I'm going to come back to you later, but I feel something is rarely wrong. Like if Ideolas could feel the disturbance in the Force, pretty much. Like he knows. Well, not really, but you get the point. He knows that Ardyn has fucked them over. So, doing that, Ideolas is pissed off. Ready to go off on Ideolas. Ideolas is getting ready to go off on Ardyn. Goes up to Insomnia and say, hey, what you doing? What's good? You betrayed me! So, Ideolas being mad as it is, and he'd still be in his form of Theroy. Theroy would challenge Ardyn in a battle, of course. Ardyn being the immortal he is, you're like, seriously, bro? Seriously? Is this the best you got? Is this the... And you were above me? And the Niflheim Empire? You were the Emperor? I should have been the Emperor. That was your best attack? Of course, it wouldn't stop. Ideolas would go completely, I mean, he would use that purple blast he used against Ravis, and all his attacks, his status elements, and then Ardyn will show his true face to, he show his true face to Ideolas, and then, you know, you tell Ideolas he's immortal, and he's the Star Scourge. Of course, you gotta do use the Star Scourge, but Ideolas wouldn't know that Ideolas would not know that Ardyn was completely immortal from the Star Scourge. So, you know, he thought he'd just be like a demon that only exists if the Star Scourge is up. Because, remember, Ideolas did not know in order to defeat Ardyn, you had to get rid of all the Lucius King, the current Lucius King holding the Ring of Lucii. Because destroying the ring ain't good enough. You have to destroy the present king in order to get rid of the Ring of Lucii. Otherwise, Ideolas would probably figure that out and destroy Ardyn and rule the world with a different kind of power. Because at this point, him not trusting Ardyn will come for fruition. This is why at the end, you see Ideolas' human body as one of the bodies that Ardyn was playing with in the throne room. Now it's kind of weird because they were supposed to torment Noctis. So why is Ideolas' corpse on the chain on the throne? Maybe it wasn't to antagonize Noctis. Maybe it was to show that anyone challenging Ardyn's power will be dealt with the worst way. Like challenging Ardyn's power is not only punishable by death, but your corpse will be played with by Ardyn. Meaning that Ardyn means serious business. But Ideolas, there would be a good fight. It would be a good fight. And Ideolas and the former Theroy would have a good fight with Ardyn. But Ardyn would use his Arbinger and then use the light swords to pierce through Ideolas. Now, he wouldn't disintegrate his body using the Arbinger, but he would have one good Arbinger strike, because the Arbinger is made by the Kings of Lights. Even though he's not a King of Light anymore, he still has some of the powers that he had when he was younger. So Ardyn would use his Lucius Kylian powers, knowing that his Lucius Kylian powers will be the only one that would work against Ideolas, because Ideolas only knows him to have Orban Bite powers and the Star Scourge demon powers. And those will not affect a demon like Ideolas. So, Ardyn would use his Arbinger, since he still has somewhat the power of the King of Light. A little bit, not the full, extended, ascended power of the King of Light. He still has some of his own. He'd use Arbinger, strike down Ideolas in the heart. Ideolas dies and turns back into his human form. And then at the end of the game, you find Ideolas' body hanging on there. But the reason why Ardyn fought Ideolas is because Ideolas would get mad and rise up to everything Ardyn manipulated. Because Ardyn manipulated Ideolas. Ardyn played Ideolas. Ideolas thought this was his plan. Ideolas thought he was the one in control. But it was Ardyn all his time. I mean, Ideolas is still evil. Even without Ardyn, like I said in my other video is if a world if Ardyn never if Ardyn got defeated earlier on in the timeline, Ideolas would still try to take the Ring of Lucii, still kill King Regis, and do all the stuff he did. He would still do that stuff, but Ideolas rather have King Regis and Noctis, as a threat to his power than Ardyn, because he didn't trust Ardyn. Even though Ardyn was on his side, he didn't trust Ardyn, and he had good reasons. At this point, he would even get, he would even be capable of teaming up with Noctis, because even though Ideolas is evil, wants to take the power for himself, the power of the ring and the crystal. Ideolas like, you know what? I know you're Lucius King. We got battle blood. We got beef with each other. But I want, you know what? We need to get rid of this Ardyn dude. We need to get rid of him. He's too much of a threat to my power, and he snuck up and took everything from me. But no, he'd be doing just that. He'd be just, I mean, if he thought about that, he'd probably break Noctis out of the prison cell and team up with Noctis against Ardyn, because Ardyn's 10 times more threat. Because this way, the Ideolas wants his kingdom back at this point. At this point, he's done trying to get the Lucii ring. He just wants his kingdom back. He just wants the Niflheim Empire back from Ardyn. Now, Ardyn will be hailed as the savior because he's technically the man that defeated Ideolas. And people are under the suspicion he defeated Ravis. So, without the High Commander Ravis and without the Emperor Ideolas, the Niflheim Empire is defeated. And everybody hated the Niflheim Empire, so everyone thinks Ardyn's a good guy. So Ardyn, like I said before, has played both Insomnia and the Niflheim all these years. He was going to get rid of them both. Be named as a savior, but also have world domination. And that's why you see Ideolas' body at the end. It was actually Ardyn that defeated Ideolas. Now, Noctis still defeated Ravis. But Ardyn took credit for that, like he always does. The snake in the grass he is. So may the crystal be with you. Tell me what you think on this fan theory. I gotta get to bed, yada yada, work, all that fun stuff. So may the crystal, and tell me what you think on this theory.